Hi everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a Project Life process video using the Elle Studio monthly kit. This is my last project with them and I loved using this kit. I love the colors, all the elements and the add-ons were really fun. I'm going to use some of the 3x4 cards to fill the spaces, especially for journaling. And I'm going to use the Love You paper pack to mat one of the photos and also for the title card. I wanted to use a little bit of the red on the right to bring that red that is on the left from my daughter's Olivia costume to the right, and also the yellow. That's what I used the card, even though she's wearing a scarf and the right photos too is not as prominent. And I wanted to bring a little blue from the weather app to the left. And for my title cards, I'm going to use the grid tags, and they're so cool. I love these tags. These are going in my favorites pile. And since I'm documenting 2 weeks, I'm going to use one tag for each week. I'm going to write the title with the Jane Tile alphabet stickers, and I wanted to use one of the labels to stamp the dates on. And as always, whenever I use a new stamp set, I like to use a Tombow mono eraser to prep the stamp, and I'm using the Color Theory ink pad from Studio Calico, my favorite because it also works perfect on photos too. And I'm doing this little box just so I can add a little box for the title. And I want to overlap them a little bit, but not too much. One thing I love about these alphas is that they have numbers. I wish more people would include lots of numbers in their alphas. I don't know why, or they only have like one of each. It's kind of disappointing. And I'm going to use my roller date stamp, which is a little bit smaller than usual, to stamp my dates on these cardstock label stickers. And they're the same color as the Jane Tile alphabet stickers. And I wanted to use another color, so I'm going to use blue so it pops a little bit. I love these labels. You can use them for stamping, you can write a little journaling, and since they come in a paper, you can also put them through your typewriter or to layer embellishments. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to mirror the tags before I put them on that XO paper, which is really cute too. I love the papers from that paper pack. And I'm going to use the Tombow Mono Air Touch adhesive to put everything together. And I want to keep it fairly simple because I really like the design with the tags, but I can't help myself, so I'm going to add a little bit of embellishments, but not too many. And I also, in that little dish, I have some die cuts that I made using the metal die that was an add-on for this month. And I love this live capture stickers. I've used almost all of these. And it's like a staple that I'm going to love. I love it as much as I love the little word stickers from Pretty Little Studio. I'm gonna add some stapling, just, to add a little bit of texture. And it's a way to add a little bit more without adding a lot. This is a photo of my niece, and there's lots of times that I take the pictures that my sister puts on Facebook from my niece and nephew, and I add them to my album. Since we live very far away, it's a way to like have my family a little bit closer, and that way my daughters get to know their cousins too. I'm going to layer some of the die cuts that come in the monthly kit, but I also want to use a little bit of washi because it's going to be a little bit showing, and I feel like it kind of floats if you don't add something underneath. And I know that sounds silly, but it's like a brain thing. And I'm going to use those die cuts to layer them in the corner. And the red looks great with this photo because there's no red at all. So it brings a little bit from the left side without drowning these photos. And this card, this was probably my favorite card in the whole monthly kit. You can use it to journal, you can use it to embellish it, so decided to stamp and embellish a little bit. I used the icon stamps, which is another add-on from the month. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't use the labels with the little hearts, but I know that I'm going to use them eventually because they are awesome. And these are from an old Elle Studio kit. I just wanted to use different kind of alphas in this little card. And if you're from Canada or like somewhere really at north, I'm pretty sure that you're laughing at my it's very cold pictures. And when I think it was like 30s. I just looked at the photo, but I forgot. But I was born in Ireland. I get cold way too fast. I don't do well with cold. And those little die cuts are from a Lawn Fawn die. I love cutting those with extra cardstock. The red heart is one of the signature Elle Studio little hearts. And I love those. I would take a pack of those any day. They're so cute. And I'm going to add a few more speech bubbles with the stickers. And that's it. It would be cool to see what everyone did with that card. I'm going to use the same snowflake to stamp snowflakes around my boots using the new fish in pond ink from Waffle Flower Crafts. And I want to keep it really simple so I don't cover the snowflakes or the snow. And I'm going to use the Mono Aqua liquid glue to glue my little hearts. That way if I add accidentally too much glue, it's going to dry clear. And also if you use the Mono Multi, it dries tacky, so it kind of gets stuck to other things. Oh no, actually it was really cold. Okay, you know what? I take that back. It was freaking cold. It felt in the negative, so no. Not a fan. And my daughters were hoping that they would have a snow day, but no chance. They were really bummed, but at least they got a delayed out of it. I think that at the beginning of the year, my daughters counted, so it's like, yeah, let's cancel for everything. And then at the end, they're like, oh crap, we wasted a bunch of days. Let's just send them to school anyways. And I love the metal die add-on for the month of February because it has a little tag, and inside of the tag, there has those Elle Studio hearts, and then there's a circle one with a little heart in the middle. And I took a picture of this receipt. It's a receipt from the library, and it said how much I spent, how much I saved so far by using the library. And I think it says like 4,000 or something like that. We do get a lot of books from the library when we go there. Yeah, 4,000. That's a lot. Oh, and I'm doing also a little, I'm calling it a book, and it's a mini book where I'm recording everything that I'm reading this year, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you. But that's going to be next month. And here I'm trying to use some of the cardstock stickers to layer them and add a little cluster in the corner after I journal a little bit. And I use my typewriter to add my journaling. And I love how this card turned out. It's kind of simple, but it has a little bit of all the things that I enjoy. Oh, and I was journaling about, I went to the Tombow Summit, and for those of you who don't know, before COVID, Tombow used to have every year like a weekly come check out the headquarters and let's learn stuff from each other and talk about products. And that year I got sick. I got so sick, which sucks because I love the summit. That's like the worst place to get sick. Although a month before that, my daughter got really sick at Disneyland, so I don't know. We were jinxed that year. And I just wanted to use that half-inch strip because the paper pack is 8.5 by 6 by 8.5, so you always get like an extra strip of paper, and I really like that pattern. And since it was so colorful, I wanted to add a little bit of white. I'm gonna put this card next to my daughter's photos. They had just like a book character day. My daughter put on her Hufflepuff robes, and the little one wore an Olivia outfit. And I love Olivia. She's so underrated. For comparing pigs, I don't know why Peppa Pig is more famous, but yeah, that those are my opinions on cartoon pigs. And I'm gonna add more layering with the cardstock stickers. I've been hoarding those rainbow stickers for months because I want to use them, but I don't. I want them to last forever. So I finally decided that this was going to be the layout where I use them. I'm going to keep adding more stuff to it because it has a lot of color, a lot of letters, but I felt like you needed more. But I do love how the card turns out. That's my style. I'll just cram a bunch of colors in there, and hopefully it looks cute, or at least not crazy. And also, it's a good way to use the things that you have, which I know it's a problem with a lot of people, that we have a lot more than we will ever use. I don't think I'll ever use everything I have, but I can try. That little heart also is from the metal die set. Yeah, I had to move it because I needed one more thing. It wasn't enough to have a bunch of colors again. Yeah, it looks like Rainbow Bright threw up on that card, but I love it. That's my favorite thing. I'm gonna use the Tombow twin tone markers to write my journaling. And I'm gonna use red on top of this yellow so it pops a little bit. And I love this card. This card was also one of my favorites when I saw it. If you haven't seen me unboxing this month's kit, you should check that out, because it was one of my favorite things. And that little flag is also from the metal die set. And it's kind of simple compared to the rest. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to check out the Elle Studio products and all the products that I use, I'm going to have them linked below. Some of the links are affiliate. You don't have to use them, but they do help a lot, and I appreciate those of you who use it so much. And I hope you didn't go blind over all the colors. And I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye!